Welcome back, everyone. So, in our previous video, we saw how to add a header and with the off canvas bar. With the off canvas bar, we also customized our menus, what all we want to have in the project. And also, we have added a logout button to this. Now, in this video, we are going to see about how we are going to add a login form. For adding a login form or a component, what we did is we created a login component, and in that login component, we have created it with a class name. I mean, by mentioning a class name called as a heading, and also we have given the title as login. And here to add more definition for heading, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and make it as dot heading class in my CSS, and within which I'm going to add the height of my heading as 100 px, and the position is going to be relative, and left is 40%. Display is going to be flex. Align items to the center. So these are the basic things that I need. And I also need an overlay, I mean, border and my outer container for the login page. So for that, I'll add some of the CSS class over here. For adding the CSS class, I need the position city, and it should start from the 50% of the screen, meaning the first 50% should be empty. And then I need to add a border, and I'm going to add the border with the primary color that's going to be of a blue color. And then I'm going to create one user-defined borders and login container. So in this user-defined class, I'm just going to fix the width and height of my login container. Here, I'll give the width as 500 px, and then I will give the height as 400 px. Top as 20%. For shadow, will be 4 px, 4 px all over. Will be in the gray color. Now, to see this on the output window, what we have to do is, as soon as my landing page comes, I want my login should be visible. For that, let's configure one router in the app.js. The router is going to be route path. The default path we are going to keep the default path of slash, and the element that we want to showcase is going to be a login. So now we could see the outer container of a login. Now let's start adding an email ID and a password to this. And for that, take help of a bootstrap to add the form. Now let me add the outer container called as a form, because every form element goes within the form. Here I would also call first one is going to be class equal to loading MB3 and NX5 to give some space and also to make it align center. And within this, I'll give input, which is going to be a type is equal to email, class is equal to form control. And then the placeholder is going to be example equal to, and this is a username. For this, let's add a label for equal to. It's going to be for the we have to give an ID. With the ID, we can give for which one we are going to mention. ID is equal to unique. So for it's going to be unique. email address. When we see the output, you could see there is a text box which allows us to add a email address. And the next thing that we have to show is the class name, password, adding a password field, and we are simply in exciting file, same as to bring it to the center. Then we'll type the password. Then the class is going to be your form control. Text ID is equal to password. Placeholder. We don't need a placeholder for this because we are going to add a password. So we'll add a name for this. Password again. Now, to this, let's add a label. Label for equal to the password. So, password. Next, let's see if the password is coming. Yes, the password comes and it's hidden. Now let's add a button. We're adding a button. Grid. We want to bring in gap 2 and then it's occupy a huge space and a lengthier one, and also it's going to be an automatically centered. So next auto mx hyphen 5 md hyphen 4. Primary. So button. Then okay. Now you can see a button which is of a lengthier in size, which is able to come, which we are able to get it to the comics 8, and then we are going to have a evenly spaced element because of the next auto. And this we are going to add a forgot password link over here, in this we have to reset our password. So for that I'll add a key. Then I will call here a class name is equal to link danger, because in case we have forgotten we can reset, and also link set equal to link icon underline this would be the 25. This will just say for your password. Now to this we will also add an icon question mark, which is already there, and if we click on this, we will enable a routing for this. So now the login form is ready for us. Let's look at how to work on the login. I mean, when we click on a login, it should navigate to a different page. So for this, let's set up a form value and the form enabled for our with the help of React State. So to add the React State, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put form value, set form value to create a state. Here, I'll go ahead and say username for blank. The password is going to be blank. Essentially, everything is blank. Let's add a value element for each of our text box, and also on change, every use state has to be captured. So for that, I'll add one function that's going to be called as on input change. Add a function. Then I'm going to set the form value. Here I'm going to use the form value as this. And then I'm going to say e dot target dot mean. E is basically coming in the parameter. That's for an event. And to this, I'll assign the e dot target dot value. Now, on my buttons, I'll just go ahead and add the value. I mean, on my text boxes, I'll go ahead and add the value and then change event. The value is equal to, it's going to be form value dot username. And the on change equal to on input change. We have to pass the event arguments for this. So for that, I'll just it here and then pass the over here. We'll have the same two parameters to our password also. Say value is equal to dot password. And then on change is equal to on input change. Both of them will be handled by one single function. Why? Because we have given e dot target dot name. With the help of the name, we can differentiate. So now our form is ready. So whenever we click on and login button, we should see if we are able to receive the value or not. To check that, let me write one function for an click event. It's going to be const on login click. And here let me print console.log on value. Now let me call the function on my button. That is equal to now we go to our console. Let's see if we are able to add a click event. That is okay, we can see in our console it comes as a password. Just check this mail and you go and type here. You can see the password. Usually, password we should not be able to see it, but I have put it only for the testing purpose. And now let's do a minor check on our values. If it's successful, then we have to redirect to the landing page. We'll work out on that. For that, what I will do is if form value dot username is equal to tested ex.com and it's matching. Also, if the password is matching to it is equal to if this is matching, I'll send a alert message on this. Login successful. When I click here, if it is failing, it should say me login is failing. I'll just click and see here as login failed. When I click this, it says login failed. Test at ex.com and I'll say 123. When I click this, it says login. Okay, the login is working for us. Now Let's go ahead and navigate from here to a different page. That is, probably we don't need this message, but we need a navigation to the landing page. For doing a navigation, we take help of a router. For adding a router, let's go ahead and say const navigate. There is a book called use navigate. Keep all our library inputs base. So I'll just go ahead and say please write the library name first to avoid the spelling mistakes. To get the auto suggestions. Here I use navigate. Here you can see, so we navigate equal to use navigate. So with the help of this navigate function, I'll be able to navigate to the landing page. So navigate, we have to pass the path here. For passing the path, we have to check it from our landing page. What was the path we gave? The path that we gave is landing. We just give it a slash landing. For the front, that's the reason the color coding is gone away. Now, when I'm typing testtext.com, it's 123. When I click OK, you can see it's going to a landing page. It's actually going to a landing page. We cannot see it because there is an header bar that's hiding. The text is hiding behind the header. So, in case if you want to see that, what we will do is we will just go ahead and make it to display none. So, you can see there is a landing page that's coming up here. And let's now change the position to bring it at the bottom. So for that, let me go to the landing.js. Here, I'll just go ahead and give only one simple h1 with the values. And to this, I'll add, since this is going to be a temporary one, I'll add a styling here for this position for later. It's going to be top 100 pixels. So I'll add a still container. Now we could see it's going to the landing page. Now, when we click on logout, it should move out of this login page. So for that purpose, let's take help of session storage, and also we should not be seeing this menu bar on the login page. We should see it only on the landing page. So to add that, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and create one folder called as business logics, and within which I'll create a file that's called as auth.js. And in this auth.js, I will create two functions. One is export const session equal to, I want to set few things. One is username, and other one is the whether the user is logged in or not. That status I have to check it. So I'll just give as username. Okay. I also want to give session storage dot set item more is logged in. The next one is session storage dot set item more username. Whatever the parameter comes in, that should be there. The next one, I want to remove the session. So for removing the session, we just create a function called as remove session. Whenever we click on the logout button, it removes it. So I'll go ahead and here for the session storage remove item of this logged in. And also going to see storage set item pro. So username. Okay, this has to be called on click for login. We have to set the session on click for login button. So first, if we set the session, we can check we are able to log in. So here, before the navigate itself, we have to set the session because after navigate, the other codes will not execute, which is below that. So from value dot username, whatever the username that I'm going to give that accept. And now let's see if it is setting the username on this screen. And if we have to check if the session values are set or not, we can go into the application, we can go to the session storage, we can go to this path, you can see there is a login and username that has been set. Now when we click on logout, it should this particular session should get clear. So for that purpose, on logout, first let us write on logout button, click event. For writing on logout, we go here and call as logout equal to here we call human session and I will navigate back to login. For navigating back to login, I again have to import the free as down. Use navigate book. I have to take help with use navigate book. And here create a state for the instance for navigate equal to use here I would call this as login. The button click has to be handled for handling that. Let me go here and do a column on click event equal to it's going to be logout. And when I click on logout, it says set item storage at only 1% because it got refreshed. Let's start the project from the beginning. X.com, maybe 150. And when I click logout from here, it's still giving the same error, set item. Okay, so to right here, we have to go back here. Now, when I click this, you can see that it is going back to the login. So now we have to hide this login. So for that, we go to test.ps.com, which be 123. And when you click here, it goes here to landing. And when I log out, it goes back to the main page. But it should hide whenever it is in the login page. For that, let's add a logic to our header number. So for adding the logic here, firstly what I'll do is I'll just check const is logged in as a one variable. One state as set as logged in. Then it's going to be a state as a unit. It's going to be a state. Then I do session storage dot data is logged. And if there is any value called as is logged in storage, it's going to return for us whether it is going to be true or false. And now here what I will do is I'll add is logged in set only then I want the header number to be visible. And also this is logged in can be set anytime. Like whenever I click on a login button, so I go inside and things. So now you can see that the login button is not there, which means the session is not. So we are not able to see header number. It just got removed. And let us remove this button also, which is not required for this. We have added to the test. So now this is our login page will look like. Now test it ax.com. When I go here, it is not coming up. Why? Because on change of the session storage state, we should be able to capture it. That we'll be able to capture with the help of the user. Because whenever there is a change on the session storage, we should also be, I mean, here we should always be checking for the session state if it's logged in or not logged in. So I'm going to get my session storage once here from this area. So I'll just call it as logged in. So whenever there is a change in my session, this will also get changed. So you can see here the menu bar is coming up here. And when I log out, it should go away. This has to be handled from the different page. It should be handled once from header nav also. Because the header nav bar must have disappear itself whenever there is a change. So here, see there is no menu bar that's coming up. When I refresh, it comes up, and also when I'm clicking on logout, it does not disappear. Why? Because when we click on logout, we are just removing the session. So which means we have to refresh our session state from the header nav bar as well. So which means during a logout, what I will do is I will just go ahead and call set is logged in to false. I will manually set it here. Okay, so set from the use effect. So let me create one state over here that can be called as this logged in. Again, can be set as logged in and then use state of session storage dot get item or what I'll do is write a use effect. Where we will see set as logged in. Status is going to be in case if this is not logged in. So if not logged in, then it should redirect back to the login page. So I'll just make a call here if it's not logged in. Then I'm just going to say navigate back to infesticals.com, saying 123. So does not go inside. Let's check our session storage. It's added or not. In case this is added, let's go to this. Okay, a dependency again is be set so that before that let's refresh the page. And we click on go, yeah, it works. And I logged out, but it is not going down because your set is logged out must be set to false, meaning we are removing an item and then we must see that we have logged out from the session. We are removing the session, but the app.js is not getting updated because the app.js is not the one which got updated. Only your header navbar got updated. So for that purpose, what we'll do is we'll just set the set as logged in state to false, because of which what we are setting this logged in state to false. Here, with the help of user effect, if you check if this logged in state is false or not. Once it is false, it will go ahead and redirect back to the login page. From the user effect, it will happen. Okay, we are able to see it here. And when we go back, when we refresh this, we are able to see that there is a only a login that's coming. There is a minor changes that needs to be made. We will make those changes. So when we tested, there is a lag on the menu bar design. So which means we have to update our states correctly. So which we'll be seeing in our next sessions. Only when we refresh, we are able to see the showing and hiding of the navigation bar. The continuation of this will be shown in the next video. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for the next video on the more on how to add a books, how to add members, and also how we can collect a penalty and it was for a written book or actually written the book and search books for all these functionalities. Thank you so much and stay tuned for more videos.